For the last 15 years, there has been a boy trapped inside of a man's body. So much was the little boy's desperation to be set free. The man felt this yearning within himself also, as if the spirit of youth and imagination refused to abandon him. The man had thoughts and visions and dreams of worlds he could not understand. Some say that in the shadow that was cast by the man was the silhouette of a young, curious boy. The world around him was a mystery. The hustle and bustle and harsh opinions of the world tried to silence the question and curiosity of the boy within, but this did nothing but fire the boy's imagination further. So much so that one day the boy and man embraced each other's wish, and the two became one. One will and one burning question. How are we to know ourselves as humans if we are not to know what is out there? The two looked through the telescope to find that the more they answered questions, the greater questions became.
Hey guys, this is Minky Whispers again, and today I'm here with 10 facts about space. And fact number one. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and is known mainly for the big red spot. A long-running storm on Jupiter's surface. This planet has much more to it than that. However, it is actually considered by scientists to be important for our safety. The reason for this is Jupiter's huge size and gravitational pull act as a protective barrier that shields the Earth from space debris, pulling dangerous objects into its own orbit before they can reach us. One Frenchman named Pierre discovered a comet which appeared to be heading towards Earth, but which got caught in Jupiter's gravitational field and was completely removed from the solar system. Fact number 9. There are 5 dwarf planets in our solar system. Though there is certainly quite some debate going about dwarf planets, what we can agree on is they're basically large planetary bodies which haven't cleared their orbit enough to be considered their own planet, but which at the same time aren't orbiting another planet in a way that could cause them to be considered a moon. There are actually 5 dwarf planets in our solar system. One of them has just been reclassified, which was Pluto. Our solar system is not quite full of asteroids. While we'll have seen on many movies that feature asteroids, some may not realize that our solar system contains both a major asteroid belt located between Jupiter and Mars, as well as smaller asteroids grouped throughout the solar system. our sun is, you would weigh much less on the moon. Gravity on the moon, due to its small mass, is much less than what we experience on Earth. For comparison, the gravity on Earth is 6 times stronger. This essentially means that you could jump roughly 6 times higher than you can on Earth. This would no doubt take a lot of getting used to. Fun fact number 1. Saturn isn't the only planet with rings. Many of us were taught in school that Saturn had amazing rings. There are actually several other planets that also have rings around them. In fact, all of the larger planets in the solar system have been found to have rings. This is true of Jupiter, whose rings cannot be seen from our planet, as well as Neptune. Even Uranus has 9 bright rings around it,